Satnam, welcome to Friday Online Sadhana. Um, if you've been watching these before, you'll see it's a little different behind me. I thought the white background was a little sterile, so I moved some of my more spiritual artwork down into the zone. And just so you know, this is on my floor, so it never occurred to me to put artwork this low on the walls, but I ended up actually really liking it. And I put some more, and there's a cork board up there where I rotate random images that I like, that I find inspiring. So it's been really fun to just move this artwork around and really inspiring. Yeah. It's funny what different circumstances will push us into different places, and we'll find out we really like something. We really like artwork almost near the floor. So anyway, today I wanted to do a meditation from the book Pranayam, and I'm working through this book right now indiscriminately, and every day I just open it, whatever the next meditation or kriya is, I just do it. Pranayam work is really good for calming the mind, calming the nerves, and being a Virgo, I'm ruled by my nervous system, so I carry a lot of energy in my nerves and in my stomach, because one of the biggest networks of neural network is in your stomach. Actually, the neural network in your stomach is actually bigger than the neural network in your brain. So I thought it'd be a good idea for me to go ahead and just practice all of these. And I've done some of them here and there, but now I'm just, like I said, going through it totally indiscriminately every day, just doing one no matter where I'm at. And it's been awesome. So we'll do one of those today. And before I get into the meditation that we're going to do, I want to talk a little bit about summer solstice, which is a celebration put on by an organization called 3HO. 3HO stands for happy, healthy, and holy, and it is something that Yogi Bhajan said every human being has the right to be. Every human being has the right to be happy and healthy, and we're already holy. And he didn't mean that in kind of like this holier than thou type of way. He kind of meant it as, I think, a little bit of a pun, is what my teacher says, and that we already have holes all over our bodies, so we don't even have to worry about that. We are already holy, which is really funny and beautiful, kind of a beautiful sentiment. So this organization 3HO puts on a big celebration in New Mexico every summer on the summer solstice, where people come and gather and practice 3 days of this meditation called white tantric yoga together. And it's not exactly Kundalini yoga, but it's very similar. A lot of people who practice Kundalini yoga will also go and do these white tantric yoga meditations. And the celebration had been really kind of hyped up for me. I'd known tons of people who had gone. I was incredibly excited. And if you watched my video last week, I went outside to kind of bring some of that energy, into the online sadhana, because the summer solstice is celebrated outside. You go camping, the meditations are done in this huge open air tent. And I was really excited. Having said that, I hadn't done a ton of research, and I didn't want to set up too many expectations for myself. So I kind of really didn't know what to expect, but I was just really excited. And I have to say it was a little harder than I thought. I mean, I knew it was going to be hard work. It's at 7,000 feet elevation in the desert, in the heat, in, really dry conditions. And I know that those are physically challenging, but that wasn't really what made it hard for me. I think what made it hard for me was I just didn't really feel like the environment was really all that conducive to intense meditation. Although the entire thing set up for these 3 days of white tantric, I really felt like the infrastructure really wasn't there to support people in practice. It felt like it was more like a festival or a party. I used to go to these outdoor camping raves when I was younger, one called Even Further that was in the Midwest every summer. And it kind of had a little bit more of that kind of a feel. And to be honest, that was 20 years ago for me, and I'm way beyond that kind of environment. And so I have to say I was a little disappointed. But having said that, it was pretty incredible, and I had some really amazing experiences, and I met some really awesome people that if it wasn't for that, I would have never met, and that was total magic. Um, but if you have any more questions about that, and you just want to know a little bit about my perspective of the summer solstice celebration, feel free to email me, and I can tell you a little bit more in detail about what my experience was like. Um, but going to something like that, I think a lot of times the real benefits and the real work happens when you come home. So you go to these intense experiences, either in the elements or through meditation or work or whatever it is, and you're kind of stripped down. And I think that's good. I think usually that's good when you have to kind of face a lot of things about yourself that you have to end up getting rid of. Um, and since I come back, I've definitely changed a lot of things already. Like I've integrated a lot of the things that I had learned at Solstice, and already taken really proactive steps into embodying those changes. And one is just being really authentic and really assertive with my thoughts and feelings, which has already probably agitated some of the people in my sphere. But ultimately, I think it's important to really just be honest. And definitely sometimes you need to figure out when it's right to say something. But the sun is in Cancer right now. The sun is in the sign of feelings and home and security. And so I've been using that energy as a portal, as an opportunity to really address some things that I've wanted to address with some people for a really long time. And I think Solstice is definitely to thank for that too. I learned a lot of things that I did not like about Solstice. And when I came home, I realized there were a lot of things that I did not like about circumstances at home, not in my home, but actually at work. And I addressed those. And now I feel totally better because I got it off my chest. So that's my little blurb about Solstice. So let's go ahead and tune in. We'll just do 2 quick warm-ups before we start the meditation. So bring your palms to your chest. Center yourself. Take a couple long breaths. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And exhale and let your hands down. Bring your hands to your knees in Gyan Mudra. And we'll begin with a little breath of fire, that quick inhalation and exhalation through the nose with a slight abdominal pulse. If there's at any point during breath of fire when you start to feel dizzy, go ahead and stop that breath and return to a normal breathing for a couple breaths until you don't feel dizzy anymore. And then go ahead and begin the breath of fire again. And if you're new to breath of fire, just go ahead and begin in like 30-second increments and slowly build up to 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. And then after a while, you'll get really comfortable with it, and you can do it for, as long as you want, up to an hour. Inhale and hold. Play the root lock. Exhale. Never do breath of fire if you're pregnant. You can do it lighter, or just do long deep breathing if you're on your cycle. And never do root lock when you're on your cycle either. I don't know about root lock when you're pregnant. I'll have to ask about that. So now go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of you. Grab whatever comfortable for you. I've been doing a Kriya that's exercising the hamstrings pretty hardcore. So my hamstrings are really tight right now. So I'm just going to do my best with this forward bend. And just be gentle with yourself, keep your back straight, and concentrate on long, deep breathing. If you really want to do that yogi toe lock, and grab the big toes and press the top of that big toenail, and you can't reach down there, you just bend your knees a little bit, just to release some pressure off your back and neck. So if you exhale, just imagine yourself bending forward just a little bit more. Stretch down as much as you can. Inhale and slowly roll up. Line on your back. Have your body in a straight line, pointing the toes. Lift your feet up 6 inches. Lift your head and hands up off the floor 6 inches, and breath of fire. Halfway there. Inhale and relax. Just take a couple deep breaths here. And inhale, bring your knees into the chest. Rock a couple times on your back. And come back up to seated. So the thing, what we're going to do today is mostly meditation. It's not really going to be a whole lot of like physical exercise. So I think that's what this book mostly is meditation. We're going to be working on the breath and loosening up the shoulders. So coming into a comfortable seated pose. If you need to go ahead and elevate your seat a little bit and sit on a cushion, go ahead and do that. If easy pose doesn't work for you, always feel free to sit in a chair. Just make sure that your feet are flat on the floor and the tops of your thighs are parallel to the ground, and that nothing is against your back. If you can help it, if you have some sort of medical thing and you have to rest your back, then go ahead and do that. But otherwise, you want to feel that straight spine, that natural straight spine, where you engage the lower abs a little bit. You feel the tailbone kind of tuck under, and the chest is lifted and out, and the chin is slightly tucked in towards the chest. Just kind of straightens out the spine. And if you really work on this, it's called axial extension. It's pretty advanced practice. But if you start really getting into your seated pose, you'll feel that change, and you'll feel your spine stretch a little bit more every day. And it's good. I like it. So in this position, you're going to bring your hands into Gyan Mudra. And you want your arms resting against your rib cage with the elbows as close to the rib cage as possible. And in this position, you're going to mentally chant the mantra Praanpathi and Namo, Namo. So on Praanpathi, and this is mentally chanting, we're not saying this out loud. On Praanpathi, you're going to bring the shoulder blades back and try to squeeze them. You're going to mentally chant that and hold this squeezing motion for about 7 to 9 seconds. And then on the exhale, you're going to mentally chant Namo, Namo, and bring the hands forward again. So again, you're mentally chanting it, not out loud, but it's going to look like something like this with the mantra in your head. Praanpathi, Namo, Namo. Praanpathi, Namo, Namo. And that cycle should take about 15 seconds, about 7 to 9 seconds back, about 4 to 5 seconds forward. And we're going to do this with our eyes closed at our own pace for 5 minutes. So again, it'll be inhaling back. Exhaling forward. Praanpathi. Namo. Namo. Continue. Finish the cycle that you're on. And then the rest position. Inhale. Hold. And then exhale. Relax your hands. Staying in the seated position, begin shrugging your shoulders up and down in all directions. Up, down, back, forward. Kind of go a little crazy. For 2 minutes. Don't stop. Let your voice forward and back, up and down, round and round, alternate, whatever. Keeping your hands on your knees. Keep moving. Minute left. It's so tiring. Keep up. We'll start 15 more seconds. And inhale. Exhale. And we'll come back into position and repeat exercise 1 for 1.5 minutes. So again, bring your hands into Gyan Mudra. Palms facing forward, about shoulder level. Tricep against the rib cage. And inhale back. Praanpathi. And then exhale back forward to Namo. Inhale. And relax. And again, dance the shoulders around for a minute and a half, a little less this time. Shake those shoulders. This is a meditation, so close your eyes, concentrate to that third eye point, and get into that motion. This shouldn't hurt or pinch. It shouldn't be painful in the neck or back or shoulders or anything. So if it does, just go ahead and minimize your range of motion. If you've got like an injury, it might be kind of a micro motion. And just doing the best you can. Slight, small circles. You can do this. Kind of dance it out. And inhale for a straight spine. Exhale. And stay in this seated position. We're just going to chant the word Ma 5 times. I don't know exactly Satana Ma. Oh, so it's like rebirth, I think. That's what Ma means. Because we chant Sata Na Ma for Kirtan Kriya, and that's life, death, birth, life, death, rebirth. So Ma is rebirth. So sitting in easy pose, just deeply inhale. Ma. Inhale. Hold for just a moment. And exhale. Go ahead and come lying on your back. And relax. Relax every part of your body, from the crown of your head to the tip of your toes. Just for 5 minutes. You can slowly wake up your body by wiggling your fingers and toes and rotating your wrists and ankles. And do a couple cat stretches. Bringing the knees into the chest. Stretching to the opposite side. Then grab your knees and rock back a couple times. Come back up to seated position. And then in easy pose, sit as comfortably as you can. And it says here, I love the direction here. Sit still like a yogi and silently meditate on every cell in your body. Hold the breath. And exhale and relax. Praanpathi is the master of our prana, the master of our breath. You are not the master of your breath, though you may say so. Pranas you do not control. Praanpathi means the master, the one God, the infinite. Namo, Namo is a salutation. I bow, I bow. That was the description from Yogi Bhajan for the mantra that we used at the beginning of the meditation. Again, it's from this book. Prana, Prani, Pranayam. So let's go ahead and close this space with the Longtime Sun, and then I'm going to pull an oracle card from a Doreen Virtue deck for you guys. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Thank you so much for joining this practice today. I thank you. You should thank you. For giving yourself time and space. Calm down, work on yourself. So, like I said before, I watch a lot of these YouTube video people. I love them. Doreen Virtue, Leo King, Kalpacha, the astrologer who does the Paleo Report, and they always give a video for the beginning of the day or the beginning of the week for something, I guess, to look out for, like, a little bit of predictive kind of oracle thing. Here's what's coming up in your week. I like to pull a card or, look at my astrological report or something like that for when the week has passed, for a little bit of review. Like, I remember all these things that happened. Give me another perspective. So I'm pulling a card right now for everybody who sees it to kind of summarize for you what happened for this past week. So today's July 3rd, so Friday. So what happened this past, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. And even though I shuffle them, I kind of do that just to get the energy, the old energy from the last reading out. And I actually draw my cards using Reiki. Well, both came up, so let's look at them both. This was the first one that came up. Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. Let's read a little further description here. Your prayers for healing, for yourself or others, have been heard and answered by Archangel Raphael, the supreme healer within the angelic realm. Raphael, whose name means God heals, gives you guidance and ideas about your health, so be sure to follow any intuitive impulses to exercise, eat healthfully, quit drinking or smoking, and so forth. Raphael can help you reduce or eliminate unhealthy cravings if you'll ask. He'll also increase your motivation to exercise. If you feel called to help others' health, loved ones, clients, and or animals, Then ask Raphael to guide your actions and words. Raphael will send God's healing energy through you so that you are conducting the divine light and love. Raphael is also happy to direct you to schooling for healing work at your request. I also, as I'm reading this, I'm a pretty healthy person. I exercise, I eat really healthy, and I'm thinking it's not just about those kind of things too. It could also be kind of like about like toxic words, toxic actions, toxic thoughts, or if there's kind of any actions you're not taking that are creating blockages that are then creating a buildup of toxins within you because you just need to express yourself. So these are also aspects of deep healing. And I love Doreen Virtue because she always gives you some sort of like proactive, kind of assertive measures to take after the kind of fluffy advice. So here are action steps. Archangel Raphael's healing energy is emerald green in color. Visualize this emerald green light surrounding anyone in need of healing support, including yourself. Even if you can't clearly see this green light, know that you've successfully invoked its healing power. So just have confidence that, even if you don't feel like you're seeing something, just have faith that it's working, your intentions are working. So the other card that came up is, vegetarian, vegan. Always pushing those ideologies about veganism, right? Anyway, I've got a lot of thoughts about that. Fresh organic fruits and vegetables give you a boost of high life force energy, which elevates your spiritual frequency. Absolutely. I'm a big advocate of a high vibrational foods diet. I eat all organic at home. Every once in a while I go out, I have Thai food and I eat it and I enjoy it and I don't make a big deal out of it. But the food that I buy for my household is 100% organic, and that's from the spices to the oils to the fruits and vegetables, cheeses, milk, everything. And I'm mostly vegan. I eat mostly fruits and vegetables. Having said that, I'm not vegan, and I actually think that being completely vegan is a little short-sighted, because if you're watching this right now on your computer, animal products were used to make that screen in which you are watching me. Batteries are made out of animal products. If you really want to be truly vegan and absolutely use no animal products whatsoever in your life, you're going to have to go live in the forest and get rid of just about everything that you have, because everything that we use in our lives is dependent on other animals, and it's part of being connected with the animal kingdom and planet Earth. And I am more than understanding of being compassionate towards animals and not wanting to eat that flesh because you don't want to eat that fear. I eat beef about once a month. It's part of my high vibrational foods diet. It's grounding, it's nourishing, and every time I eat a little bit of beef, I thank that cow. I say, thank you so much for offering this meat, and I always source it from somewhere that I trust. My favorite place is the farmer's market in Brooklyn. It's grass-fed, it's organic, they have pictures of the cows. You meet the people who lived with those cows and worked with those cows and killed those cows. And I think that's a pretty healthy way to live, interconnected with the rest of planet Earth. So, I love the vegans, and I love that they want to bring this issue up. But I have to say, I think it's a little short-sighted, and I kind of don't appreciate the pushing of the ideology. But I think it's really good to clean up your diet and eat mostly fresh fruits and veggies. I mean, that's what we should eat. There's mostly fruits and veggies around. Let's eat mostly fruits and veggies. So let's read what the book has to say. Most likely, you've intuitively heard this message from your guardian angels, who ask you to honor your body and spiritual path by only ingesting high-vibrating foods and beverages. This means eating and drinking organic foods, which are free of chemicals such as preservatives and additives and GMOs. The law of attraction has guided you to consume items that mirror your spiritual path. The angels can adjust your appetite and cravings so that these dietary changes are pleasant and natural. In addition, the angels can help you afford any increased cost for organic produce if you'll ask them for assistance. As you eat more fresh fruits, vegetables, and nuts, you'll experience greater psychic clarity as well as an increased sensitivity to energy. Absolutely true. Be sure to call upon the angels to shield you should the sensitivity become too intense. The angels will guide you to gentler situations and relationships so that you can enjoy being energetically open. Action steps: either lie down or sit in a quiet location where you won't be disturbed and say, Archangel Raphael, I call upon you now. So 2 cards about him today, so he's probably floating around trying to heal a lot of people today. I ask that you adjust my appetite and cravings so that they're completely focused on organic and healthful foods and beverages. I'm now willing to release any attachments to unhealthy substances, and I open my arms to honoring my healthy body. Please guide my dietary choices so they are pure, high vibrating, and filled with divine life force energy. I would also note, consider going on a gluten or wheat and sugar detox for a little while. I think that that's kind of the next level. You know, if you purge yourself of some animal products, go ahead and purge yourself of grains and sugar too. So yeah, that was great. That was really beautiful. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your 4th of July. Not too patriotic, but I love fireworks. I'm actually going to be going up to a Kundalini yoga spa in upstate New York called Satnam Spa. My dear friend Gitanjali owns and operates that space. She's going to be gone this weekend, and I'm going to be there teaching classes on Saturday and Sunday. I'm incredibly excited. So if you want any more information about that, you can just message me on YouTube, and I'll get back to you ASAP. And I hope you enjoyed today's class. Satnam. Have a great weekend.